friends. At first, when they were young, he could only silently be her friend because he was too poor and had low self-esteem. But back then, in his heart, he never wanted to be her friend. Later, when he found out about her and Shujiamu's arranged marriage, he thought that they'd never cross paths, or he'd just forget about her. However, when they really drew further and further apart, he realized just how dark those days were for him. Back then, he had hoped so hard to find a reason to get close to her. Even if they couldn't speak, he was satisfied to be able to see her from afar. But his humble desires never came true, and in the end, they became strangers. If Shujiamu hadn't gotten in a car accident, then perhaps the two of them would have continued to live in two straight paths that would never cross the other again. But now that Shujiamu woke up, it will be the end of them. If in the end she and Shujiamu got together, he was willing to turn his love into a secret, never to be mentioned. He would be by her side forever, and a friend who never bothered her. When she was sad, he would comfort her. When she had troubles, he would help her. When she was happy, he would sorrowfully wish her well. With that thought, Lu Jinian blinked and said in a very clear voice to Qiao Hao on his back, "Weren't we always friends? Weren't we always friends?" Those words whirled in Qiao Hao's mind before she completely understood his meaning. Her cautious heart suddenly fell far back, as though she had taken a chill pill. She then went along with Lu Jinian and gave him an affirmative millimeters. Moments later, she added, "Yeah, we were always friends." They tried their utmost to be with one another in the past. Two people who clearly deeply loved each other. But times change and years go by. Because they had once lost, they didn't dare act rashly. Because they had loved far too deeply, they were even more timid. Even if they could only be friends, that was a gift from the heavens. Lu Jinian didn't speak. He just piggybacked Qiao Hao through the pale green lights. As they drew closer to Mianxia Garden, they saw that the osmanthus tree in the courtyard had just bloomed. Qiao Hao, who was on Lu Jinian's back, could smell the sweet scene of it, and her lips couldn't help but slightly curve upwards. Lu Jinian purposefully slowed his footsteps, as though to immortalize this beautiful moment in time. When they passed another billboard, Qiao Hao saw two words 7 years on a poster. Then she remembered the question she'd wanted to ask Lu Jinian before she received the hospital's call. She then pushed her head out and broke the silence between them. "Lu Jinian, when you were in the car just now, you told me that you gave me 7 birthday presents. Do you still remember what those 7 gifts were?" Every gift he gave her was carefully prepared. How could he not know? Lu Jinian pretended that he couldn't remember and asked, "What were they?" Qiao Hao tilted her head and thought for a moment, then she recounted